Hello, my name is CJ Galata, Memory Support Director here at Shell Point, and I have with me today Dr. Vodolato, Director of Behavioral Health. You may not know that June is Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month. We will be talking a little bit about that today, as well as giving you some updates on things to come for connected living. Dr. Vodolato, can you tell us a little bit about Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month?
So June is both a national and international awareness month, and the reason I'm wearing purple is to support that. And as part of that awareness, we thought as we're going to roll out new programs to Connected Living this summer, it might be an opportune time to take a moment back and to look at a broad overview of the programming here at Shell Point for memory care.
So what does someone do if they find themselves wondering about their memory, have some concerns? Where do they begin here at Shell Point?
The first stop in that concern, whether it's for yourself or for a loved one, is to talk to your primary care doctor. That will initiate a evaluation to look at things, physically speaking, that can interfere with memory or cognition. So we're going to look at things like B12 and thyroid functioning and a number of other physical components that can impact the brain's function. From there, what typically happens is there's a referral made to behavioral health and a formal cognitive evaluation is performed. All in told, it's a 4 to 6 hour process, and we evaluate different domains of cognition, memory, and language, and other things, and it gives us a picture of how the brain is doing as a whole. So after a primary care visit and after the behavioral health evaluation, there are other things that may happen. People have heard a lot about a fluorpedipere PET scan, which is a kind of a state-of-the-art. It's more in research now than clinical practice, and other physical tests, but that's on a kind of a clinically indicated basis.
What if someone gets this test done and the findings are all within normal parameters, or would it be okay for someone to get, say, a baseline? Would you recommend that?
Understanding I have a bit of a bias, but yes, I think the brain is rather important, and a baseline evaluation is incredibly helpful if there are ever difficulties down the line. But oftentimes when people come in for the baseline, things are good. Hopefully that's a reassuring bit of information. But then we can monitor from there. If there's any problems down the road, we have something to compare back to. If there are difficulties, there's a conversation obviously about diagnosis or what might be causing that, and at least presently the state-of-the-art diagnosis includes the primary care workup and the evaluation, but monitoring it on a yearly basis. So we'll look for changes if there's anything that impacts it during that year. Of course, we're always available and invite people, keep in close contact with us. The more we know, the better we can address any potential problem. But there's other things. So there has been a diagnosis, and there is life after diagnosis. We want to pay a little bit more attention and optimize all health functionings. Sleep is very important. We need to review, possibly add, possibly subtract medications, all done by primary care to improve and optimize every aspect of healthcare that we can.
Your team can collaborate very closely with the medical team here on creating any individualized plans recommended for someone. That's very fortunate for us here at Shell Point.
Yeah, thank you. And in addition to behavioral health and primary care, we're very fortunate to have the integration of home health care and case management and direct workings with assisted living and skilled nursing staffing. And actually part of the recently added services, now our clinical team meets weekly to go over and to review and to optimize anything we can for those who are suffering from a cognitive disorder and their families. Actually a good time for a question in terms of the upcoming assisted living. How is that, or where are we in that process?
Well, I am glad that you asked that question. We certainly have been very busy beginning to build the team that will be at Connected Living at the Springs. This team will be undergoing very specific training to become memory support specialists. This is the same kind of process that we saw and have implemented in the pavilion for Connected Living at the pavilion. So this entails Alzheimer's Association pairings for training. We have incorporated David Troxell's Best Friends approach. We have included behavioral health modules as part of building a tool that team members have when working with residents so that they feel more empowered to think through some challenging things that can happen with residents, challenging communication, challenging behaviors that we can maybe address in ways that are not about medications all the time. We certainly have made great efforts to work with residents to optimize their skills and providing behavioral health modules monthly in order to increase the care team's toolbox, if you will. We also include LifeQuest training, which really focuses on actual activities and programs, the 6 dimensions of wellness that we have here at Shell Point, and for everybody on the team to be involved in programming throughout the day. Sometimes the programming can be as simple as 30-second interactions, many impromptu, unplanned moments, as well as supporting programming with our activities leaders and Memory LifeQuest coordinator as well. So we are very excited making some momentum towards that and anticipate the building being able to open late summer, early fall time. With construction, there's and regulating bodies, there's always a little bit of a timeline that is unknown, but that's what we're looking at so far. As part of some of the exciting things coming up this summer, we also have the Connected Living Forum. So as part of that forum, I would love for you to be able to talk a little bit about what someone can expect, what that is about.
The idea of the forum is a gathering point for people to discuss issues at hand or discuss issues of the day. And really, while I think there's so many feedback loops within Shell Point in all directions, memory and cognitive disorders are a particular subset that do need specific attention. So the idea of the forum is to have an open access to staff of Connected Living so that we can talk about the issues that may come up. This will obviously not be a kind of a personal reflection of what's going well in an individual's life, but as a whole, what's going on from a larger standpoint systemically. What are people experiencing? What do they see as a potential area for improvement? What do they see as something that's working well? This all can be discussed in this forum. And hopefully then it'll give that direct feedback of individual experience to us, and then that can be implemented into the next phases of care.
Thank you for your time today, and I would like to take the opportunity to invite the Shell Point residents to attend the Connected Living Forum, which is on Thursday, June 28th at 2 p.m. at the Village Church. We hope to see you there.